the guy he was going to have as his health czar and the man who was going to be the head of Health and Human Services was Tom Daschle. So obviously he must be in favor of the public option, right? Wrong. Came out today saying that he's decided that in the name of bipartisanship, he's going to compromise. Let me give you the quote first. While I feel very strongly that consumers should have the choice of a national Medicare-like plan, my colleagues do not. But we were concerned that the ongoing health reform debate is beginning to show signs of fracture on the public plan issue. So in order to advance the process of developing bipartisan legislation and to move it forward, it's time to find consensus here. We've come too far and gained too much momentum for our efforts to fail over disagreements on a single issue. So he's now saying he's against the public option. Now, he's part of this bipartisan policy committee that also has Bob Dole on it and Howard Baker as well. Now, these are all big wigs from back in the day. Now, none of them are in the Senate anymore, but they used to be majority leaders and minority leaders. And Howard Baker and Dole, of course, Republicans. Daschle is a Democrat. And they're doing bipartisan stuff. So, well, if the bipartisan former senators and current senators agree, well, then 76% of the American people must be wrong, right? I mean, because Daschle, you know, of course, has the best interests of the American people in mind, obviously, right? Oh, wait a minute. You're telling me that Daschle is getting paid by the healthcare companies? No. Really? That's how, I'm getting it in my ear. Oh, no. Oh, it's confirmed. Yes. Turns out the firm that he's working for, of course, has been getting hundreds of thousands of dollars from healthcare companies, including one of the top lobbyists for the pharmaceutical industry. But he says, don't worry, I'm not really a lobbyist. Now, I work at that firm, and that firm pays me a lot of money, and the healthcare companies pay that firm a lot of money, and the lobbyists pay that firm a lot of money. But technically, I'm not a lobbyist. I'm just telling people my real opinion. That's a good one, Tommy. That's a good one. Get out of here, man. So, this, you know, look, I don't know. Should I call him a sellout? I don't know what I should call him. Look, they're all knee-deep in it. They're one of the co-policy directors for this bipartisan policy committee is Chris Jennings. Chris Jennings made millions off the healthcare industry. He's got this thing called Jennings Policy Strategies. I mean, look at this. Generic Pharmaceutical Association has given his company $2 million since 2001. Pharmaceutical Care Management Associated, $450,000. Pharmaceutical companies whose name I can't even pronounce, $320,000. And the list goes on and on and on. Millions of dollars poured into these guys to appear bipartisan. When in reality, these guys are corporatist shills. They don't give a damn how much your health care costs. When's the last time Tom Daschle or Bob Dole looked around and was like, oh, how much does my health care cost? They don't have to worry about that. They're raking in millions of dollars from the guys who are paying them to say, oh, no, you don't need a public option. Don't worry about it. So, I mean, I see this story and I think, thank God Tom Daschle did not become the head of HHS. Because look, these guys get corrupted. And they get into a certain mentality. And they can't shake that mentality. He's been living off this trough for a long, long time. Ever since he stopped becoming a senator, he's made millions from these guys who want to influence the government. You think if he went into Obama's cabinet, he would have just gotten rid of that? No, he would have been like, no, I don't know. These guys have been paying a long time, and I've been their mouthpiece for a long time, saying, oh, no, you really need the private insurance companies. Boy, we really can't do without them. Of course he was going to say the same things. So, you know, for all the people who took him down, whether it was Republicans and Democrats had significant concerns about Daschle too, people who cared about real health care reform, thank you. Because it turns out he was going to screw us anyway, and he came out and did it right now. So at least he's not in the government doing it behind our back. Watch a live show 24/7 at theyoungturks.com.